Has Canon found a way to improve the accuracy of the autofocus system that results in sharper images more consistently over conventional methods? And if so, can we expect to see these improvements in upcoming cameras, such as the much anticipated Canon EOS R5 Mark II and the recently announced Canon EOS R1? Well, in Canon patent filing, JP 2024-068557, filed on November the 8th, 2022, and published May the 20th, 2024, Canon claims to provide a lens device that enhances the accuracy of detecting the amount of defocus. A lens apparatus includes an image pickup optical system with a lens group that can set the back focus adjustment and can be attached or detached from the image pickup apparatus. The lens apparatus comprises an acquisition unit configured to acquire the information on the position of the lens group. The imaging apparatus includes a detection part for detecting the amount of defocus using the light passing through part of the imaging optical system, and that's in front of the lens group, and the processing part for correcting the defocus amount based on the information about the lens group's position. So, improved autofocus accuracy, improved image sharpness. Can we expect to see the benefits from this patent application to show up in the Canon EOS R5 Mark II, as well as the recently announced Canon EOS R1? Yeah, sure, we can. We've already seen several patent applications filed over the past several months that are showing up in the Canon EOS R1. Take, for example, this excerpt from Canon's press release. Subject tracking accuracy has been improved so that in team sporting events where multiple subjects intersect, the target subject can be continually tracked even if another player passes directly in front of them. In addition, AF Action Priority function recognizes subject movement by rapidly analyzing the subject's status. In moments during a sports game where it's difficult to predict what will happen next, this function automatically determines the player performing a certain action, such as shooting a ball, as the main subject instantly shifts the autofocus frame, thereby helping to capture decisive moments of gameplay. And when I suggested improvements to the subject tracking of the Canon EOS R5 Mark II, the Canon EOS R1, to be able to track the subject even if other subjects or objects got in the way, whether the subject moves out of the frame temporarily or not, people said, yeah, I don't believe this is going to happen. A lot of times when patents are filed, they're just put on a shelf somewhere. But as I said at the time, there's far too many patent applications for this not to be the case, and let me just give you a brief highlight of about 5 of them. In JP 2023-161440, Canon solves the problem of tracking moving subjects when other objects get in the way. And JP 2023-154970, well, it's the same patent application, only this time it's dealing with moving objects. It solves the same problem as 161440, but this time it deals with tracking moving objects and not subjects. JP 2024-034232 deals with AI-enhanced autofocus reliability, while 2024-045467 deals with autofocus body tracking and prediction. And over the past 6 months, believe it or not, there were some 12+ patent applications that dealt with improving autofocus reliability, of subject tracking and predictability, of object tracking and predictability with stills hybrid cameras, security cameras, PTZ cameras. You see the theme here. This is something that Canon has spent an awful lot of time and effort developing. And yes, I get it. They could take these patent applications and file them on a shelf somewhere, but there's one thing that's very important to realize here when I cover these patent applications, that these are Canon's words put down by their engineers and their lawyers that have been filed. This is research and development, time that they've devoted to resources that they could have spent in other ways. So when we see one patent application, that took several people signing off on the research and development. Then, of course, the legal work, the filing of that legal work, the defending of the patents. And then, of course, if we see multiple patent applications regarding a certain subject, such as autofocus tracking, where we saw some 12+ patent applications, well, that tells you that Canon is getting very serious not only about subject tracking and predictability, but their AI-enhanced capabilities related to subject tracking. But now it's time to turn our attention to deals of the week. Unlike Canon and Nikon, Sony hasn't had many sales this year. But now, Sony has the a7R5 for $400 off, the a7S III, $300 off, and the a7 IV, $200 off. The Nikon Z8 is $500 off, while the Canon EOS R5 is $1,000 off its release price. And when it comes to accessories, Angelbird's 2TB CF Express Type B card is $500 off at $449, while the 1TB is $199, and the Samsung 4TB SSD is $299. And if you're interested in purchasing any of these deals, cameras, lenses, or accessories, then please... And if you're interested in purchasing any of these cameras, lenses, or accessories from B&H, Adorama, or Amazon.com, then please consider using my affiliate links from the description down below. They really do help this channel grow, but there is one thing you need to know, and this is one of the reasons why it helps this channel grow, is I get anywhere from 3 to 12% back. And that's allowed me to purchase lenses like the 100 to 500, the 200 to 800, the 50mm f1.2, and what's allowed me to pre-order the Canon EOS R5 Mark II. And when I say pre-order, it's nothing official, but I'm working with a local camera store, and I said, look, put my name on the list. I want to make sure I'm one of the first ones to get that camera. But a big thanks to all of you that have used my affiliate links in the past, whether it was just a small thing such as a light or a battery or a full-blown camera system. Thank you so much. It really means an awful lot to me. I do appreciate all of you for providing me with comments, thumbs up, thumbs down, critiques, for engaging in conversations, and for those of you that purchase using my affiliate links, it's very much appreciated. Now, when you click on them, it doesn't take you to some strange part of a B&H or Amazon site where you have to fill out a bunch of paperwork, you have to put in a code. None of that stuff. None whatsoever. It's just like going to the site yourself. It takes you to the page where you can see the deal, and then you get a great camera, lens, or accessory at a really nice discount, and I get a small commission back in turn. And that's, you know, the best of both worlds, right? You get to help this channel by just saving yourself some money, and it's very much appreciated. And a big thanks for you for sticking around right till the end of this video. Not everybody does that. I'd say about a good 30 to 40% click off after the first 3 to 4 minutes, so that you're still here. It means an awful lot to me. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're expecting an awful lot of announcements to be coming out this year. The first half was rumored to have an awful lot of announcements from Panasonic, Nikon, Sony, and Canon. And so far, well, it's been pretty dry. We did recently have the development announcement of the Canon EOS R1. And of course, we're supposed to be getting the announcement of the Panasonic S9 in just a couple of days, in 2 days on May the 22nd at 3 p.m. London time, but no S1, S1R, or S1H successor. And what about the Nikon Z9H, I think. Well, I can't remember. There's supposed to be another one, but we haven't heard anything about that. What about the Nikon Z6 Mark III, the Z7 Mark III? Nothing. And the Canon EOS R5 Mark II. All signs are pointing that we're supposed to be getting some major R5 announcements soon, but one of my sources told me that a big official announcement isn't going to happen until July. However, that doesn't mean we might not get some sort of development announcement. We might get some other teaser. I really hope we do, because June is just a couple of weeks away. And that would mean that the R5 Mark II isn't too far away. So to start getting some full-blown leaks on this camera, I'm really looking forward to that. And hopefully my sources do come through and provide me with something. And if they do, I'll let you know. So you probably want to subscribe and choose all notifications. And don't forget to follow me on X. All those stories that aren't quite big enough to have their own separate video, that stuff I'll tweet out. Or today it's a holiday, and for much of this weekend, I honestly haven't been working that hard. I've been checking for my regular sources. I've been checking for major news, but to be honest with you, it's been 80 degrees Fahrenheit or around 27.356 degrees Celsius. And I've been sitting out on the deck. The leaves are out. I've got a Japanese maple, a regular maple, a bunch of other plants and flowers. The grass is green. Everything looks just beautiful. My tomato plants are about 3 feet tall. I'm just trying to enjoy the weather. I'm taking a break. And I almost didn't do this patent application. I thought about it this morning. I sat down. I said, nope, I'm not doing it. Went outside, sat outside for a while, walked the dogs, had some lunch, and then I thought, okay, now is time. And that's what I dream about retirement, is when I get to retire and quit my day job, I'll keep doing this. And then to wake up in the morning and look at the news and go, there's nothing out there. You know what? I'm going to hold off until inspiration hits me. Check the patent applications. Nothing big. Then an hour later, something will hit me. And then I'll decide to record, edit, and upload. I'm looking forward to that freedom. What about you? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, what your plans are for retirement are, what you want to do, your dream job in retirement, or are you already doing your dream job? Let me know in the comment section down below. But again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Have yourself a great week, and we'll see you again soon.